On the early morning of April 3rd, 2016, Amtrak train number 89, the southbound, was making its way from Philadelphia with the final destination of Savannah, Georgia. The train had 8 passenger cars, 7 crew members, 337 passengers, and 1 ACS-64 pulling the train, with that number being 627. At around 7:50 a.m., the train departed 30th Street Station in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At around 7:50 a.m., the crew noticed something ahead, but then when they got closer, they realized it was a backhoe sitting on the tracks in front of their path. The engineer immediately throws the train into emergency braking, but unfortunately, it was too late. The train struck the backhoe at 106 miles per hour. Because of this, 627 ends up with extensive damage to its cab and its nose. At least 2 of the passenger cars were damaged. A backhoe operator was killed from the wreck, and so was its track supervisor. In total, 2 people had died, and 41 were injured. Some of the passengers who were not injured evacuated and went to a nearby church. Because of this wreck, Amtrak suspended service between Delaware and Pennsylvania on that line. But the real question was, why was a backhoe randomly sitting there on the tracks? What was the cause of this? The NTSB launched out an investigation claiming that the track 2, was supposed to be closed for trains during the time of the crash. So the people in the backhoe were working on the tracks, and so was the supervisor as well. The schedule for this was supposed to be from 10 p.m. April 1st to 5 a.m. on April 4th. Now, another reason why it was closed because they had to clean the ballast due to having mud spots inside of them. Now, the train could have traveled on track 3 since it was closed for a short amount of time while the backhoe was operating on track 2. In total, the estimated damage was $2.2 million. But we are not out of the woods just yet. In October of 2017, it was exposed that the engineer was taking marijuana while on duty, and that one of the supervisors were taking such a thing called oxidon. Now, positive train control was installed on the tracks, and it was working fine and was functional. But it failed because a supplement shunting device couldn't comprehend while completing the work on the tracks. After the wreck was cleaned up, Amtrak reopened the line. 627 was deemed unknown after its wreck, but it could be said that it was retired or possibly scrapped. If anybody knows what happened to it, please let me know. It's been 6 years since this wreck had happened, and this is nothing compared to what happened in 2015 with the Frankfurt Junction happening.